everyone, I'm Sheena and welcome to the thing I bought from. Now today is this. This is the Vidal Sassoon 750 watt tourmaline ceramic ionic hot air styler. I pink. No. Ta-da! I bought it from Qoo10 and it was about $44 and something cents. And now I have a confession to make that I hope you're not too grossed out by, and that is the fact that I wash my hair once a day. That's right, once a night. So every night before I go to sleep, I wash my hair. I don't wash it during the day after I wake up. Instead, what I do is I tie it up like so. I take a shower, wash my face, but I don't wash my hair. Because if you wash your hair too often, it kind of strips all the oil from your scalp, which causes it to overproduce oil. Plus, your hair gets really dried up very fast, even if you use conditioner. Because, you know, that's how shampooing works. It dries things out so you don't have that much oil and you don't smell. So this is a thing that helps me quite a bit in the morning. I used to use just a regular hair dryer like this, but unfortunately it's very good at drying your hair, not so much for styling because it's a bit tricky. When you style your hair, you need a brush, right? And you need a hair dryer, and sometimes you kind of run out of hands because you need to separate and stuff like this. It's just such a pain in the butt, which is why I went to buy this. Now, the tricky thing is, does it actually work? Well, essentially, what it is it's a hair dryer. This part is the dryer, and then after that you get 3 different attachments to fix it with. It has 2 speeds. I don't know if you can see here. It has a cold air setting and 2 speeds. So even on the highest speed, it's not as powerful as my regular Philips hair dryer. Then again, this one is 220 watts, this one is 750 watts. So this is more of a drying tool. It can style as well, but you know, you need some skill. Whereas this one is definitely just mainly a styling tool. Like if your hair is totally wet from the shower, it can dry, but it'll take a very painfully long time. And so, you know, it's easier just to use that to blast everything off. Now, this means that, unfortunately, in the morning, after I've put on my face, as you can see here, my hair looks like a freaking mess. My fringe is like so, and it's not the prettiest thing, okay? Now, they have 3 attachments that come with it. The most basic one is this. This is essentially a pedal brush. So, you know, how like you use a brush and the hairdryer to just blow out your hair to make it straight, this has the same theory. So, you know, in the back areas where you have a kink or you have a curl and you don't want it there, you can use this to sort of, not exactly iron it out, but you can sort of straighten it out a little bit. The second attachment is this. Now, if you watch the video on the seller's Qoo10 site, you'll be quite excited about this one, like I was, okay? Because it can supposedly curl your hair. I am sorry to report that after much experimentation with dry hair, with wet hair, with half dry hair, yeah, it's not really that good. You know, if you're looking for the very curl kind of look that you get from an iron, it's not going to give you that. Plus, it doesn't last for the whole day. But it can give you a little bit of a wave, so your hair's a little bit more interesting than just a kind of look, okay? Now, this last attachment is the one that I'm most excited about if you have fringe or bangs, whatever you want to call it. This is the attachment that is worth buying this whole machine for and nothing else, okay? This one attachment alone will save your life, I tell you, especially in the morning, and your fringe is like, you know, going every which way. Yeah, this one will save your life. And I'm going to, of course, demonstrate how it works. First, let's start with the most basic attachment. You won't really be able to hear me from now on, so I just have 2 words of warning. One is, after you've used it for a while, the attachment, anyway, anything above this area becomes quite hot. So you want to mind your hand, okay? Also, when you do this, right, the hair here will be quite hot as well. So do be careful and don't burn yourself. So when you want to switch out attachments, this one is the trickiest one to switch out because there's no cold area for you to touch. So you kind of have to, like, you know, brace yourselves, pinch the 2 buttons here to release it and kind of and then hopefully have like cold water nearby to dip your fingers in. This one is not bad because it has this, so you can pull it up easily. This one as well, this, so not so bad. Okay, so let's begin with the demo. Now, as with all heat styling products, it's a good idea to just prep your hair beforehand, just kind of like to protect it. Now, I've got a few different ones because yeah, I went a bit insane and bought a whole bunch of different ones. Now, these are the ones I use on a regular basis because I bought these first and I'm trying to finish them. These are from Lise. This one is an airy style blow dry water. Apparently gives you a natural and light finish, and this is a straight style blow dry mist. So both of them can protect your hair from heat, and both of them, this one gives you volume in the top. This one is supposed to just, you know, protect your hair shaft and let it sort of, you know, become straighter. And then after that, I also have this. This is the Masheri Perfect Shower Wave Hair Treatment Water. This one also gives you, how you say, protection against heat. Plus, it's more for a wavy finish. So if you're looking for curls, this this and this kind of go together. Now, you don't have to buy so many. That's just me going insane. And I'm gonna continue using this one first because, you know, it's almost finishing and I kind of wanted to finish so that I can have a bit more space on my dresser. Now, I just kind of missed it all over. This one is meant to be sprayed at the roots area so that it can give it a bit more volume. As you can see, in the morning, my hair is flat. So you missed it a little, and the reason why you're missing it other than protecting it is also because when hair is wet, it's more easy to style. When hair is dry, it's kind of stuck in its ways. So what the misting does is it actually sort of, how shall we put it, loosens up the keratin layer a little bit, so it's easier to style. Now, this is a brush I also bought from Qoo10, as you can see. It's supposedly kind of like another very expensive brush out there, but it only cost me, what, $5 or something, or less. Now, if you can find this, it's I think called like a hair tamer, tangle comb, sort of magic comb thing. There's this kind, the pedal version, and then there's also the one that's, you know, more of a square. They work great, by the way. I don't care how much they cost. The cheaper ones work fine as well, and they just get out all the tangles really easily. So, now that my hair is prepped, I'm gonna start with this to show you how the basic one goes. So as you can see, the hair is nice and blown out dry, a lot more manageable. It looks like there's a slight curve going in. It's quite nice. And remember one very important thing, okay? When you do this, don't straight away come and grab here because it'll be hot as hell. Now, that's it for this side. I'm going to show you this one, okay? Because I know there's a lot of, well, for me, there was a great deal of excitement about this particular tool, and I was so sad when it didn't work out for me. Anyway, so you switch. I'm going to switch over to this side where the hair is still a bit damp and not blown yet. So it's a good idea not to grab too much hair, so about this much is good. And then just switch it on. Like so. Actually, that's like the most impressive I've ever seen it work. You're trying to upstage me, right? I know. See, I never get this kind of curl on my own when I'm experimenting, but somehow on video it works fine. What the hell? Not cool, yo. But yeah, the trick is to kind of hold it through your hair, give it a moment for the heat to set in and change the style of your hair, okay? This one! Best tool ever. Okay, so this is how it works. Just grab your fringe. awesome. And also, this stays for the whole day because I guess, you know, the fringe is a short piece of hair as opposed to the rest of your head. So yeah, this volume really does stay, and it's so shiny and straight and easy. So if you have a fringe or bangs, right, this is a really good attachment for you. Now there's a thing that rotates at the top. Supposedly it narrows the gap between the teeth. You see the little pink bits? Those are the ceramic, not exactly blades I suppose, but teeth. Yeah, so it narrows it down so it's easier to kind of hang on to your hair. And the other thing that this one also does is that it can give you volume in certain areas like this. So well, there's less of a dent now. Actually, all three can help, but these two are especially good for getting more volume towards the roots of your hair because you can get it in deeper. This one is really more for, you know, the slight curl that you see here. And is it easy to do your whole head? Yes, actually. You can choose to section off with a clip or something, but I usually don't. I just grab and go. And it takes me a few, maybe about 5-10 minutes depending on how anal I am and which particular attachment I'm using to do my whole head. And yeah, just one thing about this one. Remember how I was doing it earlier? Let me re-demo one more time, but this time without the thing on so you can hear me. So grab not too much, and when you curl it, just kind of wrap your hair around it as well, and then sort of just follow through it slowly, pulling it down as you go. It kind of like works as the same theory as, you know, when you kind of do that to the ribbons and they suddenly like bounce it back in this curl. Same theory. Alright, so yeah, quite proud of it today, you know. Anyway, so this is the Vidal Sassoon 750 watt tourmaline ceramic ionic hot air styler. And I quite like it because also this part swivels, so you never have the wires tangling around your arm issue. It's available in Watsons as well as on Qoo10, but Qoo10, that seller, is selling it for a lot cheaper than in stores. So I don't know what the trick is. Maybe it fell off the back of a truck. I have no idea. Go and check it out if you want to, especially if you are not very good with handling a blow dryer and a brush, and you just, you know, need one hand to hold the hair and to do this. Okay, so have fun. I'll see you again, or maybe I'm just gonna do my whole head and show you in a bit. Okay, I'm back, and this was after I did my whole head with this particular attachment. It's actually quite impressive today. I am shocked. Pleasantly surprised, I would say, because, you know, I've never been able to achieve this kind of curls on myself. Now, as you can see, the curls are mainly towards the end. That's because, you know, the way it's shaped, it's kind of difficult to get the curls all the way up, but that's okay because nobody really curls their hair all the way up anymore. It's kind of not modern, you know, because right now, even when you go to salons, people always just curl the bottom ends. That's just how things are. I'm going to show you the back view. Huh. Can see? Can see. Okay, very good. Ta-da! Not bad. Now, by the way, when you curl, and you just want to grab from the back as you go and bring it to the front and divide it into two. So, very easy to do your whole hair. Unless, of course, you've got a lot of hair, in which case, good for you. Not so good for me. Alright, anyway, this is Sheena saying bye!